Good afternoon and welcome, my Facebook family and friends, to another Lead Fridays with me, yours truly, Dorica Carter. As usual, I'm here every Friday at 1 o'clock to share with you something I'm learning, something that I'm implementing in my own life and my business, and something that I can share with you. So hopefully you can learn from me too. So, for those of you who are joining me for the first time, I want to say welcome. My name is Dorica Carter. I'm a speaker, trainer, coach, and partner with the John Maxwell team. I'm also the CEO of D. Carter & Associates. So, welcome. Today, we're going to be talking about something that really skips over our head a lot. Not a lot of people think about it. Not a lot of people practice it. But really and truly, we ought to, because it is important to our success. It's important to our growth. It's important to whatever it is that we have planned or expected to do. So, for today's topic, we're going to talk about taking the time to pause and reflect. Yes, we're talking about pausing and reflecting today. And you may ask, what does this have to do with the leadership and growing? Well, let me tell you, my friend, a lot. All right? If you do not take the time to pause and reflect, might as well you just go to sleep. Because what you're doing is you're going and going, and you're not learning. You're not growing. You're not improving. You're not doing anything differently. And if you don't do those things that I just mentioned, then you're just pretty much stagnant. Right? So we want to break out of the stagnancy. We want to get out of the mundane. We want to get out of the everyday routine and take the time and pause and reflect. So I have been practicing that little discipline. I've been trying to be disciplined more and more with that over the last couple of years. I've been practicing pausing and reflecting consistently, I would say, for the last year and a half. Yeah, it took me a long time to really even myself implement that, because I'm so used to going. I'm so used to always having something to do. I love being busy. I like to always have things going on, and I always felt like if I wasn't doing something, that I was wasting time. Yeah, that's how I felt for a long time. If I didn't have something to do, a project to do, a book to read, somebody to talk to, somewhere to go, I felt as if I was wasting time. I could not sit down. I could not take time to relax, to pause, and to think. And you find that if that's the case with you, as it was with me, you're missing a lot. A lot of life lessons are going right by you. A lot of opportunities that are there, you're overlooking. A lot of things are really passing you by. So it's very important that we talk about this today. And I heard somebody talk about the Japanese culture and how Japanese scientists, how they allowed their people, not Japanese scientists, Japanese manufacturers or big producers, they allow their scientists to take time in a day to pause and to reflect. They give them at least an hour each day to really pause and to think about what it is they're doing and what they want to do with the project and where to go from there. So guess what? We're talking about people who build cars. We're talking about people who invent some of the latest technology. So if they find the time, to pause and reflect, and they're still able to be successful and complete their projects, what should we be doing? Honestly, if you think about it, if they're so, their jobs, they have so, they're building cars and those things that are really, really hectic and strenuous and a lot of details, and it's a lot of time they have to commit to doing these things, and it requires a lot of studying, a lot of engineering, and a lot of mechanics go behind it. How much more us? How much more should we take that time? It's important for us too. So I want to talk to you about pausing to reflect. One of the books I was reading recently was by John Maxwell. This has become one of my all-time favorite books. It's called The 15 Laws of Invaluable Growth. And I've read that book once already, and I'm going through it a second time. But this time I'm taking my time because I want to really learn all the nuggets and learn all the strategies that are in that book so I can implement them in my life and my business. So I was reading and it was talking about what the importance is about pausing. You know, when you pause, what you do is you spend, and I mentioned this last week when I was talking about consistency. I believe I talked about it a little bit, to take time to reflect. When you take time during your day to pause and to reflect, you're looking at what you've done. You're looking at what you want to do. You're looking at everything that's going on in your life or in your day-to-day activities. And in you examining those things, you're able to see, okay, where can I improve? What did I do here that I shouldn't be doing? Or what did I do here that worked well that I need to continue doing? If you don't take time to pause and reflect, you won't know what steps to take. You won't know where your intuition is leading you or where God is leading you. As you know, for those of us who are faith-based, believe in God, it's important for us to take time to reflect, to listen to God. You know, we're so big on praying. We're big on, you know, seeking God for answers, seeking God for direction, but we're not big on taking time to listen. We're not. I can tell you, I was one of those people who was not big on listening and taking time to pause and hear what God is saying. Not all the time God is telling you to go. Not all the time you should move right away. Sometimes you need to wait. Sometimes you need to wait. And you won't know when to move and when to wait unless you take time to pause. You know, John Maxwell says that he believes that when you pray, that's you talking to God. But when you listen and when you hear, when you have that intuition, that's God talking to you. How do you know what your intuition is saying if you don't pause? How do you know? How do you know when to make that deal, when not to make that deal? How do you know when to go over there or to stay here if you don't pause? I can tell you from my personal experience, the times that I've taken in my day to sit back and pause without fail, and Zig Ziglar said the same thing. The days that I practice to pause and to reflect on what I want to do and where I need to go from here and what's going on and what's not working, those are the days that I get my biggest inspiration. Those are the days that I am able to write 4 or 5 pages of you know, material, of content. Those are the days that I get the idea on how to, you know, target my client, or the idea on how to go about my business for today. Because every day, I believe you have to seek for new strategies. Every day, you may want to see what strategy may be there for you to take advantage of. And if you don't take time to pause and reflect, you won't know. For me recently, even yesterday, I took about half an hour, because my goal is I don't have the luxury to take an hour a day. I wish I had the luxury to take an hour, but I don't. So I set up aside half an hour each day to pause and to reflect. And while I was doing that yesterday, you know, just being quiet, you know, I had nothing to say. I really didn't have it. I mean, I like to talk. For those of you who know me, I like to talk, hence being a speaker and trainer. But I took time just to listen. I played some worship music in the background, and I was just sitting down. And my place to pause is in my car. All right? And that's where I'm shooting this video. My car has become my all-time favorite place to pause and reflect, because it's quiet. I'm by myself. It's secluded. It's me. So each person, I would encourage you, find your own place. Find your own place to pause and reflect each and every day. Whether it's in your bathroom, whether it's in your closet, in your backyard, in your car, wherever it is, take that time. On a rock outside, under a tree, wherever, take that time every day. And I took half an hour yesterday to pause and reflect in my car. And I was just there. And in the middle of me just sitting down and just looking at the sky and looking at the clouds and just, you know, letting my mind go blank. It's hard, but you can get there with practice. It's a discipline that you can get to. I begin to have ideas about, you know, my books that I'm writing, what I should put in them, and ideas on how I could approach my business, and ideas on how I could deal with a certain issue that was on my mind. And the funny thing is, I began to write, because I one of the things that I do aside from speaking, I made a commitment that every day I'm going to read, write, and reflect. So in the pausing, I reflect. And I was doing that yesterday, and I started to write. And I wrote about 4 or so pages. 4. You know, writing a book, when you think about it, it's a task that is so big, especially if you're going to tackle it all at once. If you think about writing a book, and for those of you out there who have written books, you know what I'm saying. For me, this is my first time writing a book, and I don't know, I didn't know about writing a book. I'm writing it day by day as I go, because when I thought about doing all at once, writing about 10 chapters or 15 or 20 chapters in the book, I'm like, oh my God, that's a lot. How am I going to do that? But I realized that by me writing a little here, a little there, each and every day, taking time to write, before you know it, my book will be complete. So I took time yesterday as I was pausing and reflecting. Ideas came to me, stories came to me, things that I could put in my book came to me, and I was just flowing. And in the middle of me writing, I felt a certain type of peace and calmness and joy and excitement come over me, because I felt like I was in my zone. I felt like I was in a zone, an undisturbed zone that was locked off from all interference, all distraction, everything. I was just flowing. And let me tell you, that doesn't happen to me often. For those of you who are writers out there, you know that sometimes when you're writing, sometimes whether you get what you call writer's block. That happens. But I was just flowing, and I was writing, and I was just going. And this is what pausing and reflecting helps me to do. So who is it out there that needs to stop, pause, and reflect? No matter how busy you are, for them stay-at-home moms, I know it can get, I know it can get busy and you have a lot of things to do with the kids and everything, but take time to pause and reflect. For the working professionals like myself, take time in your daily schedule to pause and reflect. For the the firefighter, the police officers, the teachers, the lawyers, whoever you are, whatever your profession is, the IT specialist, you name it, the recording artist, the makeup artist, whoever you are out there, whoever listens to this video, whoever takes the time to watch my videos on a Friday, I'm talking to you. And I'm coming to you from my heart, because I know this really impacted my life in a very good way, and I want it to do the same thing for you. I want you to be able to learn, the lessons that you need to learn to develop the discipline that you need to develop by pausing. And sometimes you may not want to pause to get ideas. Sometimes you just want to pause just to relax. That is crucial. That is also important. You may want to pause for a family member, for some family time, for some, husband or wife or children time. You may want to pause just to smell the roses. Even that is important. Because it's so easy for us to get caught up in the monotonous, going day in, day out flow. And, we don't really take time to enjoy life. Pausing allows you to take time to enjoy life as well. There are many benefits to pausing and reflecting. Many benefits. Aside from giving you some time to just woosah and relax, you get to just de-stress. It's good for you. You get to enjoy life, to appreciate what you have around you and enjoy it. It makes you happier on the inside. A happier person is a plus. To be happy in this world is a great thing to be. You also get the time when you pause and reflect to come up with new strategies, new ideas, new ways to tackle things. That's how I use my time when I pause. I use it as my way of getting new ideas, new strategies, new material, new content to write, new things. And it makes me feel good. When I'm done, I feel so refreshed. I feel relaxed. I feel energetic. I feel motivated. I feel like I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. So that's what it does. And, the Japanese culture, they do practice this a lot. They take time to pause and reflect. I was even reading an article in the Huffington Post. It was done last year, January 2016, and they updated it this year, January 2017. And, I forgot the author's name, the person who wrote the article, but she was talking about the importance of a pause. And she was saying that she started her blog last, 2015, and the pausing is what helped her to start her blog. After she took time to pause, she began to get inspiration to start her blog, and it motivated her to get going, and she did. And she was saying that, a lot of times in the pause, people are able to have memories or things that come up in their minds that they didn't bother to look at before or consider before. But in those memories, they were fun memories, and all this is helpful to you. All this is beneficial. All this is good for your growth, good for your personal growth and development. It's very good for your personal growth and for your professional growth as well. Can you imagine running a business a successful business, a multi-million dollar or Fortune 500 company. Can you imagine running such an organization and do not taking time to pause? Can you imagine how burnt out, how frustrated, how stressed you would be? Can you imagine how much you want to lose your mind? Can you imagine? And if those successful CEOs and those people who are in the caliber, of success does it, how much more us? We need to do it too, because one day, if you plan on being there, if you plan on owning your own Fortune 500 company, if you're planning on being a CEO of a successful business, you may not want to be CEO. You want to be managing director. You maybe want to be an executive, whatever. But if you plan on being successful and getting to a certain success in life, whether it be personal or professional, because some people may not want to be in business. Some people just may want to, work for someone. It's okay. But if you want to be successful, wherever area you find yourself in, pausing and reflecting are crucial steps. As simple as they sound, and I know when I come and talk about some of these things that I'm learning and, telling you how it ties into leadership and growth, you're like, that was simple. But these are simple yet effective strategies that work. They work. They worked years ago, they work now, and they will forever work. We're in a fast-paced world. We're in a fast-paced environment where everything tends to want to go, go, go. We're in a microwave system, as we call it, society. Everything is in a minute. And don't be like that. Do not let that microwave culture rob you of valuable life lessons, of valuable strategies for business, and valuable techniques. Do not let that microwave system keep you from learning the lessons or learning the strategies that you need to learn along the way. It's important. And I'm here to let you know, you can never fail. Never go wrong by taking the time to pause and reflect. So today, I hope that you are going to start practicing that. If you don't do it already, if you're doing it, continue to do it. Be consistent with it. If you don't know how to, then put it in your calendar. Let it be one of the things that you calendar into your daily routine. And put the time slot in. If it's 1 hour, put that. If it's half an hour, put that. Wherever you see yourself doing that, put it in. That way, when you put it in your daily activity, daily routine, it helps you. You stay focused and you help you to get it done. But do it. Do it. Trust me. It's going to work wonders for you, for your life, for your business, and it's going to help you to grow and to develop yourself more and more into who you want to be, into who God created you to be. And you will never regret it. All right? So, as usual, I hope you learned something from what I'm learning. I hope you put it into practice. I hope you implement it in your everyday life. I hope that you can share it with someone else as well. And share my videos with them. For those people you know that they could benefit from the videos, tell them about it. Join me every Friday here at 1 o'clock. I come on live and I share something with you that's valuable. Valuable. It's priceless. But I decide to give it to you because I want to add value to you. It's not cheap. It's valuable, but I want to add value to you. So I come here and I give you these strategies that I am learning and implementing. All right? And I hope that you'll join me next week at 1 o'clock. Same time, same place, right here on Facebook Live. As usual, I'm Dorica Carter. I'm your leadership and personal growth and development friend. See you.